at any station, anywhere on the creek to Altrincham line, or get a B-line, or the 108, or the 99. Thank you.
Can the show get any worse?
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Breaking rocks in a hot sun. I fought for law in a low one. I fought for law in a low one. I needed money, God, I had none. I fought for law in a low one. I fought for law in a low one. I left my baby and it feels so bad. I guess my race is run. She's the best girl that I ever had. I fought for law in a low one. I fought for law in a robbing people with a six-gun. I fought for law in a low one. I fought for law in a low one. I lost my girl and I lost my phone. I fought for law in a low one. I fought for law in a low one. I left my baby and it feels so bad. I guess my race is run. She's the best girl that I ever had. I fought for law in a low one. I fought for law in a I fought for law in a low one. 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 I fought for law in a
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Stuff is always happening. Last night on the Iain Lee Show, this stuff was happening.
I don't know the words. I was walking through the forest one day and I seen a kestrel.
What does this creature feed on? A baby.
He wouldn't give me his autograph because I was taller than him.
Got to get you into my life!
I watched this beautiful creature with wonder and amazement.
Eloise, what does this creature feed on? A baby.
A tit.
Pig.
Do, 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 do.
How long is the story, Robert?
270 words.
Well, I think it was a woman.
Yeah.
As it was still moving.
I was freakishly tall like you are. I don't know the blooming words.
I was alone, I took a ride, I didn't know what I would find there.
Yeah,
Poker face. Poker face.
Can you be quiet in the front, you flaming galah?
Oh.
You've all been very fantastic in your surf studies.
Yeah, he's got a good reason.
Tits or teats?
an archaeologist.
Who, sorry?
They burned and scratched in my memory forever. And
And
Keep listening, and don't forget to download the podcast.
This is Victor Bill with Absolute Baseball. In last night's action, the San Francisco Giants won the World Series. They beat the Texas Rangers 3-1 in Game 5 to make it a 4-1 series win. It was the Giants' first World Series since 1954 when they played in New York. Well, that wraps it for another year, so till next time, see you in the bullpen.
Eloise and I were literally just saying, what can we do now to buy ourselves a bit more time to finish this conversation we're having? Long montage? Picture Phil turned up? What microphone are you on?
5.
Why am I not hearing you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Well, no.
What's happening?
What
has someone done to our buttons? What about 4?
Well, I haven't got 4. Let me assign 4. Hang on a second. Don't stay with me. Don't. Try 4.
Here we
there
are.
we go. You're on 4. Okay.
Who has done this?
Who has done this? Who has done? You go away for 2 weeks.
Because now I can't
Lucio
see you because
comes
this is
in.
my way.
You're going to go cross-eyed. Lucio comes in and muffs up my studio. I'm going to go and muff up his house.
Yeah.
So, dear listener, you join us. It's day 2 of Series 3 of the Iain Lee Show on Absolute. We were going to change. Is Vincent leaving?
Yeah.
Oh,
but no. He's leaving to live in America, but he still works for us.
That is... what?
I know. It's cool, eh?
That is meant... Can I go and live in America and work for us?
Well, it wouldn't matter with you because you can still speak.
Here's tonight's show, dear listener, is do you live in another country but work for Absolute?
Another
No, hang
country.
on. Do you
live and work in separate countries?
Thank you. No, but he's going to work in another country.
Yeah, live and work in separate countries.
He's going to live and work in the same country. Hang on a minute.
But he works for London.
But he'll still be working over there.
Yeah, but working for a company in London.
No,
so do you
live and work in a separate country means I live in Germany, but then I travel to Sweden for work and then go back home to my house in Germany at night time. That's what that means.
People know what it means by now, surely.
Okay, well, if you know what it means by now... The Clash are a silly band, aren't they? And I'll tell you for why. They're not very good. They're quite good, and the music that they play is some of it is quite good. The song we just played there, I Fought the Law, and I believe that the law won, is quite nice music. And then they start... Well, you say singing. Is it really? It's more shouting. It's not proper singing. I think you could do that in a band, Eloise.
I'd like to. I think I could be in a band if I could get away with that.
Well, because you what instruments do you play? None, is it?
No.
None. So I think I was suggesting
I
you
play
could.
recorder a little bit.
I was suggesting you could be a good keyboard player, but you could be a good pianist.
Lame. I think all keyboard players are idiots.
You'd make a good pianist.
I will not answer that.
You don't have to do a lot because it's all on tape now. So you just press a button and the tape plays.
Yeah, exactly. So it's rubbish. It's the worst job you can have in a band because you're just pretending to play. It's like having when I had a little Casio keyboard when I was little.
Yeah.
I used to push the demo button for wake me up, go until you go.
Did you mime?
Pretended I was playing it.
Play
That's
piano
what
styling.
piano pianists do now.
You could get one of those pianos that you have that looks like a guitar. I believe it's called a guitar piano, and you walk around.
It's really cool.
I think so, and so you got like a guitar but with a keyboard on it, and you can walk around and really look cool.
Yeah,
really look cool.
I don't know. Name me a cool one person that has one of them.
I don't know anybody that has one of those.
Exactly. It's because they know how rubbish it is.
Okay, so here is many things tonight. As I was sat here again at the start of the show, thought I got nothing, got gold.
We talked about something else, didn't we, upstairs?
We didn't really talk upstairs much. I had a headache.
As soon as we spoke, we had a topic. What was it?
I don't know. I've just forgotten the 2 topics we just came up with just now.
Everyone's written down.
Thank you, Ben Jones, by the way, for doing the radio.
He owes me money.
Yeah, he probably owes me money, I'd imagine.
I better get back. I can't afford to
One
leave tomorrow.
second. You remind me of something. So, through no fault of my own, I was supposed to go and interview Bruce Willis. It couldn't happen. Couldn't happen. And Ben Jones, very kindly, at the last minute, stepped in and did the Willis gig. Now,
yeah, I went with him.
You went with him, and you were rude to Bruce Willis. What did you say? How did you diss Willis?
I didn't mean to. So I handed him a microphone, and there was already one hanging up, but it was for the camera crew that were there, so nothing to do with us.
No.
And so I gave it to him, and he said, "What am I meant to do with this?" And I went, "Put it in your face."
Oh, Jesus. It's Bruce Willis.
I know,
Die Hard.
it didn't mean to come out like that, but I have a habit of doing stuff like that and making things sound ruder
That's
than
a
they
topic.
are.
Have you ever had a faux pas with a celebrity? We can do that. We'll do that one this evening.
Oh, yeah.
But so I said, the week before, I said to Ben, I've got a brilliant idea. When I interview Ben Jones, that'd be a fine thing, wouldn't it? When I interview Bruce Willis, I believe he plays the harmonica, so I'm going to take him a really nice harmonica as a gift. And Ben went, it's a really good idea, Ian, that'll go down really well. So, anyway, I can't do the interview. Ben goes and does the interview. What does he take with him, Eloise?
A gift.
And what is the gift?
A harmonica.
He gives a bloody harmonica to Bruce Willis. That was... So I'm fuming. I hear this, right? And I'm fuming. And there's like my veins... I'm doing a scanners and my veins are popping. But then, Eloise, you calmed me back down by telling me what Bruce Willis said. What did he say?
I thought this was brilliant. So, first of all, Ben was all like, I've got present for you, I've got present. And Bruce was like, give it to me after because, let's get this over with.
Ooh.
First of all. And then, and I went, and he was going, Eloise, go and get it, go and get it. So I went to go and get it. Oh, no. So I called back. Anyways.
Yeah.
To the end.
Yeah.
I'll get the present. Here, I've bought you this. And he opened it, it's a harmonica. Oh, this is the second one I've had of these today.
Oh, in your face! Dissed.
And
That's what happens, karma.
His face fell.
That, my friend, is karma. That's karmic retribution. That's the
Probably
full circle.
claim off expenses, won't he?
Probably will claim off expenses, won't he? So, hang on a minute. So, what are we talking about?
Live and work in separate countries.
Live and work in separate countries. Ever upset Bruce Willis?
And shouty bands.
And shouty bands. And what do you think Eloise could do if she were in a band?
And have you...
This is going to be a good show tonight.
Have you ever bought gifts for...
Bruce Willis? Have you ever bought Bruce Willis a harmonica?
Yeah.
Have you ever bought gifts for slebs? Slebs. That's what they call them, slebs, isn't it? I'm saving a vowel there for later on in the day. I'm dropping an E. Slebs. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. There's me thinking I'm going to have to do a show about pockets.
Got 5 topics so far.
Well, I'm going to do a show about pockets because I noticed I'm not wearing the cardigan I thought I was wearing. This one's a little bit small for me, but it's got pockets, right? I remember what the other topic is. And but they're quite small pockets. You couldn't really put anything in there.
No.
But I've got another cardigan that's got fake pockets. The pockets it's got, so it looks like it's got a pocket. I'm standing up here to illustrate this. I don't know why. But all it's got is that little flap there at the top of the pocket. You put your hand in, there's nothing there.
Oh, fake pocket.
So if you've got clothes with fake pockets, here's the other topic. Topic number 7.
Oh, my God.
Topic number 7. This is going to be...
We need to list these in a minute.
OK, topic number 7 is... What T-shirts do you wear to bed and then sometimes wear in the daytime as well? Because I'm wearing a Beatles Let It Be T-shirt that I stole... that I was given here.
Oh, God.
And I wear this quite often in bed. But today, because I got a bit of sweet potato mash down my T-shirt I was wearing all day, just before I came to work, I was like, oh no, I've got to put a new T-shirt on just for the evening.
Oh, mucky pup.
And the thing is, I tried to turn the T-shirt back to front and turned it inside out, but it didn't work. So I had to put a new T-shirt on. So this is it. This is the one that was in the kitchen. So... T-shirts that you wear to bed and sometimes wear in the daytime. Eloise, run through all them topics for us, please.
No.
Do you live and work in separate countries? What shouty bands are there? Have you ever upset Bruce Willis? Have you ever given gifts to celebrities? What could I do in a band? Have you got any fake pockets? And what T-shirts do you wear to bed and also the day?
Excellent stuff. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. We've got a guest coming on as well.
Yeah,
soon,
like
haven't
now. I've got to go and call him now.
Don't you always book guests for 15:15. Don't. Because then I'm about to go into a record in the ads. 22 minutes past is the optimum time.
That's fine.
For that. So that's it. Anyway, his name is Dave. We're not sure how to pronounce his last name. We think it's Baron or Bayron.
Baron, I'm going to go for.
And if it's wrong, he'll slam the phone down on us and he'll never speak again. He directed the Frank Sidebottom Frank's Fantastic Shed show.
Yeah.
Which is coming out on DVD, and he's going to come on and talk about that, so it's always a pleasure to talk about Frank Sidebottom. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. Is there somebody on line too?
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. We'll come back to you after this. This is too easy, and it's too easy.
a song. Make a sound for me. Out of London sing, 'cause England's the wind and action, love and tales are real. And those rainy days, they ain't so bad when you're the king they wanna see. Homegrown, she rock to the rhythm and bop to the beat of the radio. You ain't got the same, but you got the best to play the role. And you can't play with me. Bring it hell, dude. I know the lifted kisses down when that's the right move. And make me feel like I'm the one who's moving you. The only one you see. All of London sing, 'cause England swing the nation, love the tales I bring. And those rainy days, they ain't so bad when you're the king they wanna be.
Okay, despite me trying to get rid of him, he's still on the line. Verinda, you're there?
Yes.
Okay, excellent stuff. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So what do you think about this terrible story about the bombs being sent from Yemen?
I guess it's pretty bad then.
It's pretty bad then, yeah. Okay, Vinny. What have you called in for? Not to discuss the hot news topic of the night, obviously.
Yeah, and basically, first of all, that fake pockets thing, right?
Yes.
Do you know what those are meant for?
The fake pockets? I don't know what they're meant for, no.
You're meant to go to a tailor and they will make a pocket out of that.
What, a cardigan I bought from the Gap?
Yeah.
Then, so you got to go to a tailor and say, I've got the start of a pocket here, could you finish it off for me?
Yeah.
Wow, really? I might go and is that what you do, Vinny?
Yeah.
Okay, well I do. What's the tiny little pocket for? You know in your jeans?
Yeah.
You know you got your pocket?
Oh, yeah, coins.
It's the coins, is it?
Yeah.
I just put the coins in the big pocket, not the little pocket. I put plectrums in the little pocket.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a topic as well.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing this, Vinny.
Basically, I'm reading a book, yeah?
Oh, but the topic is, what books have you read?
No.
Okay.
The book is about conspiracy theories.
Oh, God.
Wait. All right. Some of them are ridiculous.
Are you reading a book about conspiracy theories, or have you been listening to Iain Collins on TalkSport talking about conspiracy theories?
It's a book. And
Okay.
It's basically got a list of conspiracy theories.
Just a list. That's all there is. There's JFK, Lady Diana, Twin Towers. Yes, go on.
And there's an explanation of those conspiracy theories as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I thought, right? Some of them are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why not start off a conspiracy theory on this radio station and can build up the rest of the world or country ever.
So hang on, you just said, why don't we start a conspiracy theory for this station and we can build up the rest of the world or the country or whatever? I didn't know what the last bit meant.
Well, what I mean is this conspiracy theory can build up.
Yeah.
So it can spread around the world.
Okay, well, go on then.
Oyster cards.
Yeah, what about them?
I think they're just giving it out so people can, so the government can detect where you are.
That one's been that theory's been out for ages.
No, it hasn't. Not for Oyster cards.
Yes, it has. That's why for about 2 years I refused to get an Oyster card. The same thing with Tesco Club cards. I didn't want people to know where I was and what I was doing.
Okay.
And also, you compare it to the Twin Towers, Vinny.
Yeah.
Oyster cards, Twin Towers.
No. There's some of the conspiracy theories are like something like school dinners.
There is not. What is the conspiracy theory about school? Look, I've got a guest on the line in a minute. What is the conspiracy theory about school dinners?
That they purposely give you unhealthy stuff, so that you get used to eating those healthy stuff for the rest of your life, and then you have to pay money for the doctors and everything.
Doctors.
Yeah.
Doctors. But hang on a minute. But we don't pay to use the doctors.
I mean, private stuff, innit? Private.
So, hang on. So, in poor areas, they give kids bad food so that when they get a load of money, they can go to private doctors.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the oyster...
Another one was crop circles, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And where is the Earth?
Oh, just go away.
We are Absolute Radio, now with a cooler, smoother taste.
Absolute Radio.
Who's scoring Christian? 6 days to go. Spot a footballing celebrity, win 10 grand. From next Monday, get them to call Christian on 0330 123 1215. Who's scoring Christian? Absolute Radio.
When it comes to standalone broadband, PlusNet, a good Yorkshire company, won't be beat on price. I'll demonstrate this with Malcolm and his trusty tuber. Here's another broadband company's price. And this is PlusNet's lower price. No matter how low another company's price, PlusNet will always be lower. For more music to your ears, search PlusNet online. PlusNet, good, honest broadband from Yorkshire. Refers to equivalent broadband-only products against PlusNet value. BT line needed. Visit plus.net for price promise details. Subject to availability and setup fee. Conditions apply.
It's a double rollover. So here's to those who open the door when opportunity knocks, who throw back the covers, get out there and seize the day. The ones who can't wait for the £10 million double rollover this Wednesday. Think Lotto. Games rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over. Jackpot amount is an estimate.
Enjoy yourselves this bonfire night. But remember, even a little sparkler burns at around 2,000 degrees centigrade. Don't mess with fireworks.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
We have an action-packed week, a couple of weeks of guests coming up. We've got Ray Davies from the Kinks, we've got Huey Lewis, Sans the News. Fingers crossed, we've got Michael Nesmith from the Monkees coming on as well, which means once I've interviewed him, I can quit. I can quit and go home. And there's a rumour that at some point, not in a few weeks, maybe in a few months, 6 months, who knows, we might have Ringo Starr on the show. We might have Ringo Starr on the show. It doesn't get much... Well, it gets a little bit better than that because on the line now we've got David Behrens. Hello, David.
Hello, Ian.
Imagine that. Mike Nesmith, Ringo Starr and David Behrens. We're living the dream.
It's a stellar cast, isn't it?
It is. Now, David, listen, you... let's set the scene. You worked with the late, great Frank Sidebottom and you directed Frank's fantastic Shed Show?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
When was that? That was mid-90s, was it?
It was 91.
Was it really that far ago?
Yeah, we made the pilot in 91, and the series, I think, was 92 at Yorkshire Television in Leeds.
And it didn't get shown everywhere, did it? It was a regional thing.
It was shown almost everywhere. I think.
Right.
I thought at the time it was shown everywhere. I'm since told that it wasn't shown in London, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, because I was a huge Frank Sidebottom. How old would I have been then? I would have been 91, 92. I'd have been 18, 19.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, exactly. And I was a huge Sidebottom fan. My first ever gig was seeing him at London Central Poly.
Yeah.
Working with... Who else was on the bill? Man from Del Monte, Pete Shelley from the Buzzcocks, and Edward Tudorpole.
Yeah.
But I kind of missed the fantastic Shed Show. A couple of episodes came out on video, didn't they?
Yeah, there were 3 episodes out on video.
Right.
About a couple of years after the TV show, yeah.
Right, I had the video. But, excitingly, all 6 of them are coming out on DVD, are they?
All 7, actually. The pilot as well is on the DVD.
Oh, wonderful.
The pilot was only ever screened in Yorkshire.
Really?
And there was almost never a series. What happened was, we made the pilot in 91.
Yeah.
And the reason we made the pilot was, a few months before, I'd made a pilot for the Mrs. Merton show with Caroline Aherne.
Yeah.
And thinking that it would be a great hit and everyone would love her. But Yorkshire Television took one look at it and they said, why is this funny?
Why is this funny?
What's this funny? This is a young woman playing an old woman. That's not going to work. Who's going to laugh at that? And so they passed on it, and Caroline went off to Granada, and the rest was history for her. And they said to me, well, what else do you want to do? And I said, well, I think we should make a show with Frank Sidebottom, because I think he's on TV all over the place.
Yeah.
Saturday morning TV.
Number 73 was
He was on number 73, and lots of other shows with Andy Crane at TVS. He's not had his own series, I said. He's on remote control on Granada on Channel 4. I said, Channel 4 will go for a series with Frank. But strangely enough, Channel 4 had a humour bypass as well when it came to Frank. I think they saw him as a children's act because he was on Saturday morning so much. And so I had a conversation with them, a few conversations with them, and said, we're going to do this pilot with Frank Sidebottom, and with a view to doing a series for Channel 4. And they said, no, you're not. Channel 4 said, no, we don't want Frank.
Yeah.
And the only reason they didn't pull the plug on the pilot at Yorkshire Television there and then was because I didn't tell them. I waited until the last possible moment.
You can't do that these days, David.
No, you can't, no.
There's committees, there's hundreds of people who run it. You have to run everything past. You lied to them.
Yeah, well, that's why I can't get work anymore.
Well, you and me both, sir.
I told them at the last possible minute, but by that time we'd sort of committed to the pilot.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we'll go ahead and do the pilot anyway. And we did it. It was August Bank Holiday weekend. And it then sort of sat on the shelf for about 3 or 4 months, and it was shown finally in Yorkshire over the Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
And it was only made into a series because, I later learned, the controller of programme's daughter saw it and said, this is the funniest thing I've seen for ages.
Wonderful.
You've got to make a series about this. And out of such decisions, series are made sometimes.
And it had some good people. Was Mark Radcliffe was on it, wasn't he?
Mark was on all the shows. Mark played Frank's greengrocer / organist keyboard player.
But Mr. Lake, that would have been,
Emerson
wouldn't it?
Lake, that's right, yeah. And Caroline was in them, in 3 or 4 of them as well. Caroline Aherne as Mrs. Merton, because the Mrs. Merton character was born on Frank's LPs.
Yeah.
And so she came and played Mrs. Merton. It was the first time she'd been Mrs. Merton on TV.
Yeah.
But what happened when we did the pilot, because as a producer you have contingencies for all sorts of things, but the one contingency you don't have is for the star of the show not coming.
Oh.
And so it was all going to be done in a day. It was a Sunday, I remember. It was a Sunday of August Bank Holiday weekend. And we were going to rehearse in the morning and then tape it that afternoon with a studio audience at Yorkshire Television. And we started rehearsal at 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was. And at 10 o'clock, 10 past 10, no sign of Chris. He was driving across the Pennines from Manchester with his. He didn't drive a car. He was the little sort of niceties of life were just passed him by.
Of course.
He was completely wrapped up in the character, and nothing else mattered. And because there were no mobile phones in those days, we tried his home. There was no reply there. Finally, about 3/4 of an hour late, when we were going absolutely frantic, he bowls up with his wife Paula and said, "Oh, I'm late. I thought I didn't think a few minutes would matter."
I've interviewed him several times. He never once turned up on time.
Really?
Never once. Always like that. It was about 45 minutes late. He'd turn up. Is everything all right? Where the bloody hell have you been, man? Well, listen, you've lifted the curtain there slightly. For those who don't know, Chris Seavey, of course, played Frank Sidebottom and did it wonderfully.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you must have come across what I did, that once the head was on, Chris was gone. Chris disappeared.
He would not answer to Chris when the head was on. He had this sort of papier-mâché head, and he had a character mode and a non-character mode. And when the head was on, you could say to him, Chris, and he'd just blank you. And then if you said, "Oh, sorry, Frank," he'd go, "Oh, yes, boss."
That's a very good impression, David. Well done. I was on his. He did a show on the Manchester channel, whose name I can't remember. Channel M, of course.
Yeah, Channel M. Yeah.
And he did a show on that a few years ago, and I was on that and spent, and I'm a huge fan, and I spent the afternoon with him. About 4 or 5 hours. He was Frank.
Yeah.
And did not come out of it once. Not come out of it once. I've also seen him be very, very drunk whilst being Frank Sidebottom as well.
Well, you mentioned Pete Shelley, and one of the shows we did, it wasn't actually the Shed Show, it was a show I did a couple of years later. It was a variety show, but Frank came on as a guest star.
Yeah.
And the Buzzcocks were also on it.
Oh, wow.
And we taped it at either Leeds or Newcastle, I forget which, at a nightclub. And after it had finished, we went back to some hotel where they had this cocktail piano, but the cocktail pianist had long gone off to bed. And so there was Chris Seavey and Pete Shelley about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 Sheets to the Wind, playing the Shake and Vac song on the hotel piano.
The gig I did with Frank, the last gig I did with him was probably maybe about 18 months ago. It was the 100 Club on Oxford Street in London, very famous venue.
Yeah.
Very, very disappointing turnout. There were about 35 people there, right?
Oh, right.
And I was comparing it. There were a few other acts, and Frank was headlining. And Frank was booked to do 20 minutes. He was very drunk. He was booked to do 20 minutes, right? He got up on stage. An hour later, he says, right, I'm finished now. And he gets off, but instead of going off to the green room or whatever, he sits on the side of the stage and starts selling badges for £1 each. And I had to go and wrap up. And there were 33 people in the room.
Yeah.
And he gave one of the best performances I've ever seen, man. It was art, it's performance art, I think, what he did. And it's, how scripted were they, or was it kind of a bit of a free-for-all?
It was a bit of a free-for-all. We had an outline script for each show. We sat down, Chris and I, and we decided that each show would have a theme and a beginning, middle, and an end. But there was no dialogue script.
Yeah.
There were guest stars on it. It was a semi-chat show, part scripted and part not. But it was loose enough because the problem with TV, especially in those days, in the early 90s, lots of comics at the time came on TV and were constrained by the mechanics of the medium, and they didn't it didn't work quite because you'd sort of say, you'd have TV producers saying, right, stand here and look at that camera and occasionally look at that camera and don't move, otherwise we'll lose the shot and the lights. And I thought you can't do that with Chris because he's such an anarchic character. Frank is. You've got to give him free rein. And so he had this idea. His goal was to do what he called a shed show, which was a show in his shed, in his garden, without his mum knowing. And the first thing I said was, well, we can't do it in a real shed. We've got to do it in a studio audience, in a studio with an audience. And people would just have to suspend belief and sort of, imagine that we're really in a shed in your garden. And it's not hard to suspend belief with Frank anyway. He's a man in a papier-mâché head when all said and done. So we did that, and you could see the audience in shots, supposedly in his garden, but you could also see the cameras and all the rest of the paraphernalia. And he could, within the sort of confines of the set, which is quite a big area, this shed we built, I said, you can do anything, you can go anywhere, do anything. And he took that to heart, because we had, I think it was Bob Holness from Blockbusters we had on one show.
The second ever person to play James Bond.
Is that right?
It's
Bob
absolutely true. Yeah, he was the second person to play James Bond on a South African radio show in 1956.
Really?
There we go, yeah, sorry.
Well, that's I'll note that down for the next podcast.
Do it. It's always a question, yes. The first person to play him was an American called Barry Nelson, I think. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
carry on.
Very nice chap as well, he was, Bob Holness.
Yes.
And Frank said to him on the show, have you got any advice for me? He said, have you got any advice for me, boss, as a TV interviewer? And Frank was sitting behind a desk when he said this, and Bob said, well, I think the first thing is, this desk gets in the way. It's impersonal. It gets in between you and the and the guest. And the desk was loaded with props and everything else, and Frank said, right, well, the desk can go. And just upended it.
Fantastic. I love it. Listen, the DVDs, are they... Is it the DVD out now?
It's out next Monday.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
And it's the 7 episodes, including the pilot episode.
Yes.
Did you work with Chris after that? I mean, you say you did this variety show as well. Were there any other times your paths crossed?
Well, we... last time I saw him was a while ago. I mean, he sent me some stuff last Christmas, and we talked a bit then, but we hadn't actually worked together for about probably 15 years on a couple of other shows after the Shed show. But it was such a fun show to do. It really was. It was he was really one of a kind. I know people. It's a well-worn phrase, but he really was. He was completely wrapped up in the character, and he was not only a comedian. He was a musician. He was in the Freshies, the band.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, he's a brilliant guitarist, and you listen to those Frank Sidebottom songs. I'm going to play one in a second. To be able to create something like that, you've got to be good to be able to pull that off.
He was the theme music for the show. He did all the instrumentation himself. He laid it down track after track after track in a studio in Stockport. Played it all himself, sang it. And great musician, great cartoonist, great artist. Really, really talented bloke.
Yeah. And a lovely bloke as well. David, listen, it's a pleasure talking to you. The DVD is out next week. There's a box set as well of CDs coming out I think in the middle of November, and I shall be plugging that as well. Don't worry, dear listener. But let's remember Frank as he would have liked with a little bit of Zoo Scrapbook. David, thank you for that.
Pleasure, Ian.
Cheers, my dears.
Oh, what you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? Cutting this out. What are you cutting that out for? Oh, I've got a picture of a rhino. A little Frank, would you like to take a look?
Oh, yes, please.
'Cause little Frank, you know as well as I know, I stick them in my zoo scrapbook. My zoo scrapbook, I cut them out and stick them in my crates. Big zoo scrapbook, my zoo scrapbook, he cuts them out and sticks them in his great big zoo scrapbook. My zoo scrapbook, he cuts them out and sticks them in his crate. Big a zoo scrapbook, my zoo scrapbook, he cuts them out and sticks them in his great big zoo scrapbook. I've got a picture of a llama, but I'm not going to stick it in.
Oh, why not?
'Cause the llama balls next to Bananarama, so that one can go in our pedal bin. Zoo scrapbook, he cuts them out and sticks them in his crate. Big zoo scrapbook, my zoo scrapbook, he cuts them out and sticks them in a great big zoo scrapbook. Thank you.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room, I realized it's all my fault but couldn't tell you. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Hold it now, I want to hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You'll think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi cause it's never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Big like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. Bert Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match wits, you try to hold me but I bust through. Gonna make a break and take a bake out like a stinking Nick and shake out like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Gotta see the show cause then you'll know the vertigo is gonna grow cause it's so dangerous you'll have to sign a waiver. Can't I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, well you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt. It's been
1 week since you looked at me, threw your arms in the air and said you're crazy. 5 days since you tackled me, I still got the red burns on both my knees. It's been 3 days since the afternoon, you realize it's not my fault but I'm only too soon. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, and now I'll sit back and wait till you say you're sorry.
Trying out the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on, with all our maisons. I hope the smoky man's in this one like Harrison Ford. I'm getting frantic, like Sting I'm tantric, like Snickers guaranteed to satisfy. Like Kurosawa, I make mad films. Okay, I don't make films, but if I did, they'd have a samurai. Gonna get a set of better clubs, gonna find the kind with tiny nubs just so my irons aren't always flying off the backswing. Gonna get into my Sailor Moon cause the cartoonist got the boom anime babes to make me think the wrong thing. How can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of losing my shirt. It's been 1 week since you looked at me, dropped your arms to the sides and said I'm sorry. 5 days since I laughed at you and said you just did just what I thought you were gonna do. 3 days since the living room, we realized we're both to blame, but what could we do? Yesterday, you just smiled at me, cause it'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. It'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. It'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. Bridgman Stadium, home of the Robbie.
This is Absolute Radio, and it's the station. All aboard for the next train.
Yesterday, I had to go at building a castle out of chocolate. Then I made the world's biggest mudslide. And that's not all. I also painted myself green to become invisible. Why do you look so clean then?
New Persil with the extra cleaning power of pre-treating agents removes many everyday stains, even tough ones like chocolate. So your kids can have a go at anything. Now available in big value packs, giving you more washes for your money.
When Yellow Pages launched in the 60s, it was easier to find a good time than a good restaurant. But things have changed. And if you look for local restaurants in your Yellow Pages nowadays, You won't just find a huge choice, you'll find full menus and money-off vouchers too. And with our new video channel on yell.com, you can see exactly where you're going before you get there. So you can be sure the decor won't put you off your dinner. Whatever you need, yell and you'll find.
The Absolute Radio Ticket Store.
Meatloaf, the legend continues. See one of rock's biggest acts at Wembley Arena on Tuesday, the 7th of December. Tickets are on sale now at absoluteradio.co.uk/tickets. Don't miss Meatloaf live.
The Absolute Radio Ticket Store.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again.
I'm getting a sore throat, Eloise.
No.
I stocked up on lemons today. Hot lemon and honey,
yeah.
is good, but I'm getting this kind of chesty. I'm always ill.
You are very sickly, aren't you?
I think it's because I'm an artist, and don't know what that laughter was for. I think it's because I'm an artist, and artists, as you know, are very sensitive.
Yeah, but the fact that you're calling yourself one and saying that makes me think that it's a bit of a lie.
Why would it be? What do you think Picasso called himself?
Well, he was an artist.
Well, I am an artist. What do you think this is? What do you think this is I'm doing now? I'm creating art.
Yeah, but he probably doesn't say... He probably just says, I paint.
He doesn't say it now, he's dead.
Yeah, that's true.
No, he would have been pretentious enough to say...
How do you know? Did you know him? Did you meet him? No, case closed.
I've read books on...
Game over.
No, the game is not over. The case is being reopened.
I've read books on you that say that you're just a radio presenter.
You're such a dick. I really hate you at times. This is exciting. Robert, the story man, is on from Belfast. Good evening, Robert.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm very well. I like the fact you call me sir. You can keep doing that, young man.
Call him the artist.
You can call me the artist, yes. Robert, you're the story man. And you told us a beautiful, beautiful story about a kestrel. And what was so beautiful about it was 270 words. And that is, for me, what makes it special. Do you remember when you were at school, right, and you had to write a 500-word story about what you did at the weekend, and you'd be counting the words, and it'd be like 470 words. You think, oh, no, I've got another 30 words, I've got nothing else to say. And so you just repeat something, or just, I don't know, write some tosh. Anyway, Robert, have you got another story for us this evening?
I have indeed.
OK, what's this story called?
The Brothers of the Somme.
The what?
The Brothers of the Somme.
The Brothers of the Somme. Oh, so it's about the war.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's told from both sides of the fence.
Oh, so from the good guys and the Germans.
Yes.
Okay, this will be interesting. I look for Robert. Away you go.
Okay, here we go. Brothers of the Somme. And the chances we wait up to our knees in water and mud.
By the way, Robert, sorry to stop you. How many words has this one got?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 verses.
Okay.
Is that okay?
How many words are in each verse?
Up to 20.
Oh, that's so 20 times 6 is 120. Beautiful.
Perfect. Lovely.
Beautiful. Hang on a minute. Sorry. Did you say verses?
Verses, yes.
That's a poem, not a story.
It's a poem, yes.
Stay there, Victoria. Oh, Victoria, you're the show's poet laureate.
Yes, I know. Now, I've got a bit of an issue.
Hello. Yes. Hello.
Hello. I was on about you were on about reading other people's poems.
When?
What if I was this person in a past life?
Hang on a minute. This is a conversation we had about 3 months ago, where Victoria wanted to read other people's poetry, and I said, no, I only want you to do your own poems. Robert, I know, but Victoria's bringing up an issue from literally 3 months ago.
I think it was a mistake to mix the two.
This is awful. This is oil and water. Victoria, you can only phone up and do your own poems. And I've got to be honest.
Yeah, but I wrote them a very long time ago.
Right, Robert, I know that your poem is yours, and we're going to come to yours in a minute, Robert, I promise you.
Okay.
Victoria, I have to let you know, and can you take criticism?
Yeah.
Me?
No, not you, Robert. I tell you what, if I'm talking to you, I'm going to say the word Robert. And if I'm talking to Victoria, I'm going to say the word lady, okay?
Okay, sir.
Lady, can you take criticism?
Can you?
Well, yeah, but don't just be rude just because I'm going to say something rude to you.
Well...
Hello?
You don't want to move.
Huh? Sorry?
Why don't you say to your wife you don't want to move?
What I've got literally... What?
Why don't you say to your wife you don't want to move, Ian?
But I do want to move.
You don't?
No, I do. We're buying a nice house.
Victoria says you don't, Ian. You don't.
Maybe I don't want to move. Maybe I'm happy in that pokey flat we're in. Yeah, but perhaps you're right.
I thought you had a big house.
No, I've got a nice flat, but we're moving to a house.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's not bad, is it? Right, Robert.
Yes?
Let's hear your poem, and then we'll come back to Victoria if I feel like it. Robert, away you go.
I want criticism.
You want criticism?
Yes.
You're a bloody idiot. Okay, carry on. I'm joking. Away you go, Robert.
Okay, sir. In the chances we wet up to our knees in water and mud, young men lie dead and dying, their ghost-like faces covered with blood. Our sergeant shouts, "Right, lads, we're going over the top. Get ready." How many more of us will die on the 1st of July? Under darkness and under fire, we run in no man's land. We pray in the shadows that God will give us hand. We're shot and blown up by mines. Smell of blood is in the air. Men lie wounded and screaming. We're of ammunition, we can't be turned far. We can only move forward in darkness, the death ball across the barbed wire. Our last thoughts are for our loved ones so far from home. O Lord, why have you forsaken us? Many of us will die alone. We fought side by side, we fell united as brothers. Our last prayers are for our family, wives and mothers. For our last dying breath we ask, God, will you remember us? Will you remember us? That's it, finished.
Eloise?
Yeah.
Put the razor blades down. Put the aspirin down. Everything's fine. He's finished now. That was excellent, Robert.
All right.
No, it was. I'm not just saying it. It was excellent. It was a little bit miserable. The Kestrel story was a bit more uplifting.
Why would you think a poem about the war is going to be uplifting?
Well, no, I wouldn't. Just halfway through that, when there was blood on the dead soldiers' faces, I was thinking, I wish Andre would call in. It just felt a little bit out of place within the context of a fun, light-hearted...
I liked it.
Listen, I know what you're doing, Eloise, and I hate you for doing it. You're sucking up to him. When you were... She was giggling, Robert.
Was she?
Yes.
I know, I never.
No, I never.
I was laughing at you.
No, it was... considering we've got Remembrance... the thing coming up soon.
Don't do this because I get very soppy about all this.
No, I'm saying the timing is perfect. What is it, the 2nd of November now? And the poppies are on sale.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to just be up me again.
No, not at all. With poppies on sale and all that, it's in all of our thoughts, those that have died, to protect our... Victoria, what are you laughing for? Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Victoria, can I ask you a question? Have you been drinking or taking drugs this evening?
No.
Have you had hard sex this evening?
I haven't had sex for about 5 years.
Oh, jeez, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
well, we'll see. We'll run a competition after midnight.
I've forgotten what it means.
Well, it's when a man... No, we'll have a competition after midnight, Victoria. We'll find someone. Robert, that was excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Can you call again with another story?
I will indeed, yes.
Okay, mate, thank you. Take care, Robert.
Bye.
Can you call me sir one more time?
Sir.
There we go. What a nice lad.
He is nice.
He is nice, Victoria. Oh, yes,
yeah.
I do feel the need to jump out of a window, but...
I think it needs the light and shade.
What, this show?
Yeah.
Do you think we should have a bit in the show where it's, like, just really miserable?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'll embrace it when it's there.
That's what we just did. Okay, from tomorrow we're going to have a 5-minute miserable corner where people can just phone up and be miserable.
Moan,
yeah.
moan.
All right, Victoria. Listen, here's the criticism, okay? And I've been shielding this from you because I like you.
All right, then, go on then.
Every time you're on.
Yeah.
I do get a lot of emails from people and on the Facebook saying that your poems are rubbish. Now...
I'd love to hear Victoria try and do one like that, bless her.
No, I don't... But, Victoria, I like your poems, and that's why you're the show's Poet Laureate.
Yeah.
And you're an artist...
Well, can I read you another one, then?
Is it one you've written?
In a past life,
No, you can't. I will not let you do that. Your poems are good. I don't want you reading some tosh by someone else.
Yeah, no. My favourite one still is when you changed your cat one to Sherilyn.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
That was fun. Those were fun days. Remember that? Those fun days.
Yeah, Sherilyn with a collar on.
And her little paws.
Oh, dear. Where do you stand on the great Jenny Agutter debate, Victoria?
Jenny Agutter? Oh, no.
Hot or not?
I like Pam Ayres. I like Pam Ayres' poems.
But you don't like Jenny Agutter's poems?
I've never heard any of them.
No, well, I was talking more about her looks.
I can't think who she is.
You don't know who Jenny Agutter is?
I can't put a face to it.
She was in Logan's Run. She was in American Werewolf in London. She was in The Railway Children.
Oh, Jenny Agutter. Yeah, I like Jenny Agutter, yeah.
Okay, so ignoring The Railway Children, although I believe she was 18, but just in case she wasn't, let's move on to when she was in her 20s.
Yeah.
Hot or not?
No, I wouldn't call her hot.
Okay. I actually had a row with my... Listen, this is at the weekend, right? I stayed with my in-laws. I had a row with my wife about whether Jenny Agutter is hot or not. And then it turns out Because we're moving, I've got this big American fridge freezer that's got an ice maker on it and everything, and I love it.
I think she'd be a nice person to marry.
Okay, I've moved on from that now. I've got this big American fridge freezer, and I said to my wife, when we move, the kitchen's going to be a bit smaller. We won't be able to take the fridge freezer with us, and I love it. And my father-in-law went, good, I hate that freezer. I went, what? I've always hated that freezer. Where did that come from? A real venomous attack against my fridge freezer.
You going to sell it?
Have you got a real thing about it?
Can I have it?
I think it makes a lot of noise. That's what it is,
I've just faded her down there, the way she was banging on a bit.
What did you say this lady was in? I'm just doing a quick Google photo.
Jenny Agutter, Agutter.
Okay.
You can buy it, but it won't fit
in
your...
Oh, yeah, no, she is hot.
She's hot, man. You can buy it, but it won't fit in your house.
I like her in these raggedy things.
Is anybody listening to me?
I can buy it, but it won't fit in my house. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Listen up to Absolute Radio, the home of radio, where you listen. Who's scoring, Christian? 6 days to go. Spot a footballing celebrity, win 10 grand. From From next Monday, get them to call Christian on 0330 123 1215. Who's Scoring Christian? Absolute Radio.
What does it take to become the ultimate family hero?
My daddy has super strong cuddles. My mum reads minds and stories. My granddad is just like Superman, but old. I think my mummy has eyes in the back of her head.
Family heroes deserve to be celebrated, which is why Volkswagen are on the hunt for the ultimate family hero. The winner gets the ultimate family car, a brand new Touran or Chiron. Our incredible finalists need you. Vote for your favourite at ultimatefamilyhero.co.uk and you could win a family holiday for 4.
On fireworks night, some things just have to be. Someone has to be official fireworks lighter, and everyone has to go, ooh, like it's the first time they've ever seen fireworks. When you nail in the Catherine wheel, there has to be an old nail there from last year. Then the Catherine wheel has to get stuck. And, to warm you up, it has to be hot dogs. But you have to bite them away from your body to avoid getting ketchup and onions all over your coat. And always, that ketchup has to be Heinz.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Panic on the streets of London. Panic on the streets of Birmingham. I wonder to myself, could life ever be sane again? The lead side streets that you slip down. I wonder to myself, hopes may rise in the grass smear, but honey pie, you're not safe here, so you run down to the safety of the town. But the panic on the streets of Carlisle, Dublin, Dundee, Humberside, I wonder to myself. Burn down the disco, hang the blessed DJ, because the music that they constantly play, it says nothing to me about my life. Hang the blessed DJ, because the music they constantly play. On the lead side streets it just slip down, the provincial towns it jog round. Hang the DJ, 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 hang the DJ,
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Okay, well, we're struggling through this. I'm always ill. I need vitamins. I do eat. I eat fruit. I had a lovely pair of plums today. That's a true story. That's based on a true story. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, 0330 123 1215 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. Tomorrow's show, Ray Davis of the Kinks. Very exciting. I need to remember. Is it tomorrow, Eloise?
Oh, it's Monday.
Who have we got tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis.
And then on Thursday is Mark Commode.
Oh.
Monday is Ray Davis.
Oh.
And then we've still got that Leon Russell.
And Nesmith. Is Nesmith happening?
Well, if it does,
yeah.
then we'll move Mark Commode to next week.
Okay, we can bump Commode for Nesmith. But I could be interviewing him on Thursday, and then and that will go out Thursday.
Yeah.
And
But it depends, unless he does it at 9 o'clock our time, and then it will go next week.
Now, I do have some gaps in my Nesmith music collection. Normally when I ask an artist for them to pick a song, I normally have all of their songs, and I'm very confident. I have got a couple of gaps. I've got it all on vinyl, but not on CD. This is my fear. This is my fear. I'm still going to play that game, though. I'm still going to play that game of asking him what he wants to play.
Well, if it's pre-recorded, then you can ask him.
No,
and...
go out to HMV and buy it on CD. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I can't believe you've got gaps in the Monkeys.
It's all on vinyl.
Oh, sorry.
All my Nesmith stuff's on vinyl. I've got lots of it on CD, Eloise, but there are some gaps. It's on vinyl, you see. I prefer the audio quality of said vinyl product.
Stop doing that voice. It makes me want to punch you in the face.
OK, I shall indeed listen and heed your request, and I shall forthwith resist. Tabby Vicky!
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Ah!
Why are you always ill? What is this?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm always ill, Vicky. I think I'm one of those mysteries of science. I've been quite well recently, but they're just... What it is, it is... when you have a baby and they sneeze in your mouth...
Yeah.
Which happened to me a couple of days ago, you kind of think, oh, man, I'm going to get ill now.
It's even worse when they go to school, because you get everything then. And, like, the kid's always sick... You're always sick. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, and
anyway.
then it happens again when they go up to high school.
Yeah, high school? What, your kids go to school in America, do they?
Yeah, well, they call it high school in this country.
No, they don't call it high school.
They do.
You're going to go to high school, mate, and we're going to do your sets, and then we're going to have a lesson on the Barbie. No.
I heard you do that last night.
It was good. Now, my Australian accent, Vicky, was it over the top, or was it quite subtle?
It's quite subtle.
Thank
My
you.
sister lives in Australia.
Thank you.
And she's got
So
this
what?
mock Australian accent going on, which really annoys me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
You just did it then?
Well,
You
no,
did.
I always sort of...
You just did it then?
At the end of my sentences, I always go up a little bit, which is a bit of an Australian...
Here we go. At the end of my sentences, I always go down. Did you get it? It's a sexual reference.
I got it.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I got that.
Doesn't actually make sense, really. 'Cause
Yeah.
imagine if I went down literally at the end of every sentence. I'd be exhausted.
You would.
Anyway, Vicky, you've called in. What can we do for you?
Yeah, I was wondering, it's a very special day today.
Oh, why is it the anniversary of your divorce?
No.
No, oh, that's a shame.
That's actually 4th of July. How cool is that?
How cool, the same
4th
day as
of
American
July.
independence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty.
But it is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. What is it, 52?
Yeah, well, it's a very boring kind of day, but I had a nice evening. But
Is that your daughter?
Huh?
Is that your daughter?
Yeah, she won't shut up.
Tell her to shut up.
Hang on, you tell her. Hello?
Shut up, otherwise your mother's going to slap the back of your legs. She's allowed to do it on her birthday. It's the law.
It's not her birthday anymore. It's gone past midnight.
Has she been to bed yet?
I will.
Has
Okay,
she-
sorry, Ian.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Keep your mouth shut, all right? This is a
Okay.
professional radio show.
Bye.
Hand the phone back to your old mother.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, she is. Thank you
Oh,
for
she
that.
makes me want to puke, your daughter.
She makes me
Bloody
wanna
hoodies.
puke. In fact, she has made me puke on numerous occasions.
Yeah, I bet by blowing smoke in your face because she's smoking cigarettes all the time and doing blowbacks and having bongs.
That sort of thing, because you know what they're like at that age.
I know what bongs are like at that. Yes, what? Anyway, yes, so...
Yeah, can you play me a song?
Well, Vicky, you know I don't normally do that.
Yeah, but it is my birthday, and I'm one of your most loyal, regular callers to the show ever.
Okay, well, I don't normally do it. And if I start doing it for you...
Yeah, but you should really. It's a birthday present.
You have been calling me for about 6 years now.
Yeah, I know.
How-
I know,
what-
and that shows dedication.
What birthday is it? 46?
I'm 38.
Oh, get stuffed, are
Yeah,
you
no,
38?
it's a 38th birthday.
You're 6 months older than me.
Yeah, 72 I was born.
Get knotted.
No, it's true.
What song would you... Tell her to shut up!
He said shut up. Yeah, no, can you play me S Cup 7 Reach, please?
Why would I do that?
Just because it's my birthday and it's a happy party song, please.
Well, but now listen, Vicky. I know what you're doing here.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be a bit clever and a little bit cute because it's your birthday.
No, I'm not being clever and cute. It is one of my favourite songs. I got very, very upset when S Club 7 split up.
I interviewed S Club 7 once, and they're all tiny.
I bet they are. They all look small.
They're all
actually.
tiny. You want Reach by S Club 7?
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce it?
You want me to introduce it?
Introduce the song. We don't normally do this. Everyone else.
A radio station reference.
Everyone else listening, we don't normally do this. It's just because Vicky is an old lady. Away you go. You do whatever you want. Go on.
Okay, and now on, I've forgotten the radio.
Absolute.
Oh my God.
Absolute. Now on Absolute Radio, we're going to play S Club 7 and Reach. Was that any good?
don't know the words to it. I don't know the words to it. Otherwise, I would have quite happy. No, we're not going to do that, Vicky. For goodness' sakes, of course, we're not going to play Reach by S Club 7. What are you talking about, you foolish woman? Are you crazy?
Is she still there?
No, she's gone. She's gone. Let's play. This is I'd never know what this band are called. The Double X.
The XX.
Except on this is called XX the.
Oh, it's because how you have to put it into. It's very boring.
Okay.
How you have to put it into the
XX the VCR. Come on, computer, work, for Christ's sake. Computer's not working. Hang on a second, let's try again. There we go, we got it in the end. Thank you very much. 0330 123 1215. More of your calls after this. Thank you very much.
myself by the sea in another's company by the sea. Wanna go out to the pier, gonna dive and have no fear because you just know, you just do.
That song reminds me of the war poem from that we had earlier on. Come on, cheer up, guys! I thought all this song's called VCR. It's going to be kind of a bit retro, a bit of fun. Jeez, there's your serious 5 minutes of the show, and we've got no calls lined up apart from Hal Bennett.
Nah,
that's it.
I think he's going to be a good one, though.
Okay, so you think he's going to sustain 47 minutes? Because that's what we've got to fill.
Let's see.
Hal Bennett, the sex man. Good evening.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, Hal. How are you?
I'm not too bad,
Excellent, sir. What can I do for you this evening?
No, one of your topics was, have I ever given anything to a celebrity?
Was it? At the start of the show, a little over an hour ago, we launched 7 topics, which I think is a world record for a radio show.
I put them on Twitter, on Facebook.
So, one of them was, have you ever given something to a celebrity, was it?
I'm just saying no one's called in about them.
Okay, well, this is why...
Yeah.
This is why I don't think we should do topics anymore, because we've put 7 out and no one's called in.
Ben giving Brucey...
Oh, my harmonica. Oh, yes. How... Give us the gold.
Yeah, well, I used to work as a minicab driver a little while ago. Upmarket minicab driver.
Yeah, very posh minicab. A sex minicab driver.
That's right. Shirt and tie and all that, and nice car. And I picked up a lot of celebrities in my time.
Yeah.
And I gave party invites in 1 week to Kylie Minogue and Kenneth Clark, you know, the former...
You invited Kylie Minogue and Kenneth Clark to a party?
Yeah, I did. I knew they'd say no. Well, they didn't say no. They were quite polite. They sort of pretended like they might come, but I knew they wouldn't.
What did Kylie Minogue say when you said, I've got a party going on?
Her eyes narrowed and she looked at me as if I was taking the piss out of her, but she was very polite and she didn't say anything. She gave me a £1 tip as well.
A whole £1?
Yeah, a whole £1. It was an account job, so she didn't have to give me any money, but...
£1?
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Well, it was mostly account work with that firm I worked for, and
Has anyone ever said to you, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Cab Driver, I've got no money, but I could give you a sex for payment"?
No, I had a quite a well-known actress play with herself in the back of my cab.
For your pleasure?
No, she was doing it for herself.
Okay,
She'd been away.
Okay, Eloise, fill in for...
I know someone who's a cab driver, and instead of a payment of money, they were given CDs. When he got them, there were 6 empty CDs. That's my cab story. And also, another cab story. A friend of mine had a minicab driver, and he was convinced that this guy was going to run. And the guy paid him and said, "Oh, drop me off at this fish and chip shop. I'll be back in a minute." And the guy legged it, but he paid for it. The end.
Wow, I've just looked up who you mean.
Yeah.
Wow,
I want you to go to a song so you can tell me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, I don't think she knew that I knew, but I did know. And I just pretended I didn't know and let her get on with it. But I nearly crashed the car a couple of times because I turned the rear view mirror. I turned that down so that I was watching her.
But she was on her own, right?
Yeah, on her own.
And she was so fruity that when you said playing with herself, what, downstairs?
Yeah.
She must have noticed you tilting the mirror.
No, she didn't actually. She covered herself initially with a newspaper, and then she took her jacket off and put it over herself. She sort of lay across the back seats as if sleeping, and I heard the zip go, and do you know what I mean?
I've never... Listen, I've had times when I've been in various states and I've been very, very horny. I've never been so horny that I've wanted to knock one out in the back of a cab. Despite once being in the back of a cab with 3 other blokes, and I said, "Oh, this was a few years ago, before cars had TVs in." I went, "Oh, you got a TV in the back here?" He went, "Oh, yeah, have a look at this." And he put on the filthiest porno I've ever seen in my life. And me and my mates were sat there going, "This is nice, thank you for this." It was very weird. But she was happily well done, Hal.
I told you it would give me a good call. I had a feeling.
It's really cool, and she's one of my favourites as well. Now I know exactly who she is. She's one of my favourites.
She's definitely hot. She'd been away filming for about a month. She found a boyfriend and said, obviously she'd missed him, and they had a bit of a fruity conversation. Yeah. And I think and she said, "Oh, I'm looking forward to getting home to have a sex with you."
To have a sex, and yes.
You heard all this.
Yeah, she's chatting in the back.
Well, this is the thing. People think that cab drivers are deaf and blind because the conversations that I've had in the back of cabs, but you just think, well, they're not going to... Are you making sex noises, Hal?
No, that was a newspaper. Sorry, I was just flicking the newspaper. I was listening to you, and I was just...
You're creating the scene again, but this time instead of the actress talking to her boyfriend, it's you talking to me. Are you in the back of a cab playing with yourself?
No, I'm in the cab of a lorry, actually.
Oh.
I'm a lorry driver.
Okay. Well,
another story. A friend of mine, he told me he gave a painting. He was an artist, aspiring artist, and he wanted to give a picture to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And he bumped into him in America somewhere in a gym, in the changing rooms of a gym.
This is very suspicious.
So he sort of chatted to him and said, "Oh, I'd like to give you this painting, and it's blah-de-blah-de-blah, and it means this and that and the other." And Arnie said, "Yeah, that's fine." And Arnie was stripping off to go in the shower, having worked out in the gym. Yeah. And he was down to his underpants, and then this guy's, my friend Ollie's, carrying on talking to him. And then he whipped his underpants off, and he's going to head into the shower. So he's standing there naked, and then his parting remark was, "See me later. See me later." and he said, "Leave the painting over there next to my clothes, and I'm going in the shower."
Yeah. Why was he carrying around a painting with him all the time, particularly to the gym?
I think he must have known that Arnie was going to be there for some reason, and so he'd gone there planning to sort of...
Eloise, have you ever seen any famous people naked, apart from me?
No.
I have seen Simon Pegg naked.
In real life, do you mean, not on photos?
Well, yes, in real life, otherwise that's not a topic. And I've seen Dermot Burnahan naked.
Who's Dermot Burnahan?
He's a newsreader.
No.
I've seen his firm buttocks.
How have you seen Simon Pegg naked?
At my gym. And I've spoken to Simon Pegg while he was naked.
Isn't there rules about that?
Yeah, the rule is you keep eye contact. Constantly keep eye contact. If the eye wavers in any way whatsoever, you're allowed to walk away and
discuss. Don't you have to do, like, whistling as well to prove that? Because that's, like, proof that you're not...
No, the conversation started because someone was whistling in the changing room and Simon Pegg said, "I bloody hate whistlers. All whistlers should be shot."
Annoying.
And then we carried on talking. And I did not... Well, I did catch a glimpse of his... He was training for Hot Fuzz, and so he was going to the gym every day and doing, 2 hours. So he was
Or
buff.
the Running Man, or whatever it is.
No, it was Hot Fuzz.
Run, Boy, Run.
It was Hot
What
Fuzz.
is it?
It was Hot Fuzz, he told me.
Yeah, but what is that other one?
It was Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, I know, but what is that other film that he's
It was
done?
Hot Fuzz was the film that he was training for.
But what's the other film?
It was Hot
the
Fuzz.
Run, Boy, Run.
It was
Run...
It was Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, I know that, but what's the other film? Run, Boy. Run, Fat Boy. Fat Boy, Run. What is it?
Welcome to This Minute on Absolute Radio. Right now. Floyd's Home Time Show with Cobra.
I've said this before, but when people hit an animal, like they hit a badger or something, they say, oh yeah, I did the kindest thing and went and smashed it to death with a shovel.
Put it out of its misery.
Yeah, put it out of its misery.
I didn't call a vet, no.
No, which you wouldn't do with a person.
No.
Oh yeah, it looked like they'd broken their ankle, so I went and hit them round the head with a spade until they were dead. Yeah.
Jeff Lloyd's Home Time Show this afternoon from 5 with Cobra. Love curry, love Cobra.
Please drink responsibly.
Absolute Radio.
It shouldn't take a few dodgy haircuts to find a good local hairdresser. That's why at Yell.com you can find more than just directions to the salons in your area. Thanks to our growing collection of videos, you could even view the premises, see the stylists in action, or maybe get some tips for your next trim. And with more and more customer reviews appearing every day, you'll get to know when a cut and a blow-dry won't leave you needing a hug and a good cry. Looking for local knowledge? Yell and you'll find.
If being without heating or hot water turned your world upside down, how would you get out of the cold fast? Put on every item of clothing you own? Boil 46 kettles to have a bath? Or just call British Gas? With home care, if you call before 1 p.m, we're committed to coming out to you the same day to start fixing it. Look after your world with British Gas. Visit britishgas.co.uk. Limited service during weekends, public holidays and exceptional peak demand.
Iain Lee's 2-hour late-night radio show starting at 11 every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday.
In this farewell, there's no blood, there's no alibi, 'cause I've drawn regret from the truth of 1,000 lies. So let mercy come and wash away what I've done. I'll face myself to cross out what I've become. Erase myself and let go of
take calls straight to air in a few minutes. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Press button 1 and wait. And we will take calls straight to air for the rest of the show. After I have spoken to Mikey. Good evening, Mikey.
You all right?
Hello, Mikey.
Hey!
Hey! You sound excited.
Yeah.
Turn your radio off, you muppet.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in my mate Jim's car. He's messing about.
Jim, turn the radio off.
Turn it off, you idiot.
Yeah, idiot. Wicked. We told Jim, didn't we, Mikey?
Yeah, shut up, Jim.
Yeah, shut up, Jim. Seriously, I'm going to come over there and kill you. You're laughing, but I could do it.
Yeah, he's going to do you, Jim.
I'm going to do you, Jim. Wicked. Mikey, you've called in. You're very, very excited. You're probably high. What do you want? How does he know? How does he know I'm high? Because I can tell, Mikey, because I used to get high, and I know what it sounds like, and it sounds like you, giggling like girls in your mate Jim's car.
Iain, you're a legend.
Yes, boys! I've been there, and I've done it!
Oh, my days.
Oh, my days, that is wicked. He, smokes drugs and stuff! Not anymore, but I've done it. Yes.
Iain, do I get to request a song?
No, you don't. No? You literally don't get to request a song. Oh, nuts. Would you like to request a song? Because, you listen, I feel we're kindred spirits. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, Jim, request a song.
No, not Jim. I don't want Jim to request a song.
I'll request it.
Is this Mikey?
Yeah, he is.
Let me speak to Jim.
Jim speaking. Jim speaking.
Hello, Jim. Is that Jim speaking?
This is Jim speaking.
Jim, Mikey sounds like a bit of an idiot. What are you hanging out with him for?
Oh, he's one of my bestest pals.
You're in a car getting high, are you?
Yeah. No.
Which we do not condone. It's illegal and it's naughty and we forbid it. But why don't you kick him out of the car and just drive off?
Because he's my pal.
Could be like that, you, Jim. You're not going to play the game, okay?
Then I'd be lonely.
Let me speak to Mikey.
Mikey speaking. You're in.
Jim's a dick. Jim is a total dick, Mikey. What are you doing with him? He's boring. I bet he's the one that's got the connection, isn't he?
But he's got the car.
He's got the car, and he knows the dealer. That's why you're hanging out with Jim. Of course it is.
That's it.
It's for his weed and his wheels. It's Jim's weed and wheels on Men and Motors every Friday night at 11:30. Jim's weed, Jim's wheels. All right. Well, in that case, I understand where you're coming from, brother. I understand. What song would you like, mate?
We'd like Use Somebody by Kings of Leon, please.
The what?
Use Somebody by Kings of Leon.
Hang on a second. I've got to load it up on the computer. Hang on 1 second. Use Somebody. Kings of Leon. Why this song in particular, Mikey?
It's just a tune. We're just in one of those moods.
Oh, man. Okay, listen. I'll tell you what. Do you want to introduce it and I'll play it for you?
Oh, my days.
This is like being like proper DJ, but you ain't getting no money for it, all right?
Nice.
Cool, but you can put it on your CV.
Yes. This is Use Somebody by Kings of Leon on Absolute Radio.
Yeah, in your dreams, you stoner. Chuck that weed down the toilet. Get rid of those Rizzlers and get a bloody job.
Baby's good to me, you know she's happy as can be, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. Baby says she's mine, you know she tells me all the time, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that her baby buys her things, you know. He buys her diamond rings, you know. She said so. She's in love with me and I feel fine. Baby says she's mine, you know, she tells me all the time, you know, she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad
time for the most dangerous part of the show. Triple M. Straight to air.
Last 30 minutes of the show. So we thought we might take some calls straight to air. Before Mark Crosley, Stills and Nash comes on at 1 o'clock. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. The way it works, you call up, you dial that number, you press button 1, you wait. And instead of speaking to Eloise, you speak straight to me. A 7-second delay. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. Otherwise, we'll cut you off. There's a text here. You don't get... This is the kind of text I get. Iain, you're my favourite arsehole. Thank you, whoever sent that in. Very kind. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, this is Kayo from Osaka, Japan.
Ah, Kayo, konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa. How are you?
O genki desu ka?
Genki desu yo.
Genki desu. Ohayou gozaimasu.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
I've forgotten the rest of my Japanese. Kayo, how are you? I've not spoken to you for ages.
Yeah, I've been good, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're in Osaka, aren't you?
What? Pardon?
You're in Osaka, aren't you? Osaka.
Oh, Osaka. Yes.
How is Osaka?
It's a little bit chilly.
Oh.
Autumn has come.
I love Osaka.
You should come and see it.
I've been to Osaka before. I want to come again. We loved it there.
So with baby, please.
Okay, I will bring the baby. The only thing that is stopping us is the baby on such a long flight that will be quite difficult to do. But we will hopefully bring him at some point.
I'm waiting.
Okay, well then, don't hold your breath because it will be bad. But Kyle, what can I do for you? It's lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm calling in because this is my first anniversary. Because this is on the 3rd of November. Exact today. Yes, last year I called in this program
for the first time.
Yes.
Eloise, did you hear that?
Yeah, it's dead sweet.
It's Kayo's anniversary. That's the coolest.
Hello, Eloise.
Hello.
Oh, I love.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you? Happy birthday for the show calling.
Well,
then we're going to dedicate the last 30 minutes of the show, Kayo, to you. It's
Thank
yours.
you. It's great.
What? Hang on a minute. What time is it over in Japan? 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Why aren't you going to work?
This is public holiday.
Oh, it gets even
for
better.
Your birthday.
It's a public holiday for your birthday. This is awesome. So what are you going to do?
Thank you.
What are you going to do with your day off, Kayo?
This weekend, my friend is coming over and stay in my house.
Yeah.
So I need to clean everything.
Yeah. Oh, so you're going to be cleaning?
Yes.
All week?
Boring, isn't it?
Boring. Go on the big giant wheel by the bay.
But alone?
You know the
it
big...
sounds ridiculous.
The big green wheel.
Yeah, I know. But going alone is ridiculous.
No, when your friend's there.
My friend?
I went on that wheel. It's bloody horrible. It is horrible. Hey, Kayo, next in 2 weeks' time,
yes.
I am DJing at a Japanese music night.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of thing? On TV, radio?
No, it's just in a club. So I get to play. I get to play lovely Japanese music for an hour or so.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
give
me details.
Well, shall I tell you one of the songs I'm going to play?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play.
Ian.
Yes.
You know, I'm calling this program, and this is overseas phone call.
Oh!
I'm afraid of the. Hang
on. Right, put the phone down. Hang on a second. Right, I've cut her off. How do I get her back?
I can't remember the code.
I've got it here. Oh no! Why can't I call that number?
You got to add a 0, maybe?
There's no number come up. Hang on a second. Oh, balls. Hang on.
Go to directory.
I'm in directory. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to find where there she is. That's the number. Oh. That's a bad noise, isn't it? It won't let me call that number. Oh, it's call log is what we want. That is the number. It won't let me. Hang on a minute. Well, let's just try. Hang on a second.
Hang on, I think I can do it.
I bet I can do it first. Let's see who can do it first. 8. Are you doing it?
Let's see.
8 1.
No.
I think I've done it. This is good radio, isn't it? People dialing numbers.
Oh, mine's ringing.
Mine's ringing. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Hey, KO, it's me. I'll put you on hold.
Right, here we go. KO, we're back. We're back. We're paying for it this time. So listen, this is one of the songs. This is one of the songs I'm going to play. See if you recognise this. Hang on a second. It's Perfume. Well done. Here we go.
I know.
Baby cruising love. It's Perfume. Okay.
How do you know this song?
I love Perfume. They're awesome. Perfume have got their own TV show. Everyone loves Perfume.
It's very popular.
Ooh.
Wow, you know Japanese stuff.
I love. Listen, I love Perfume. When when I went to Japan a couple of years ago, they were huge over there. Hang on, let me play you another song. Hang on, let me play another song. I'm going to be playing. Hang on a second. Let me see if I wonder if I've got this because you'll definitely know this. Oh, you'll know this. You'll know this. This is a great song. Hang on a second. Okay, see if you know this one. Here we go. Hi, Puffy, Yummy Show.
I know this song, but I don't know.
It's Puffy.
Oh, Puffy, yes, Puffy. So yes.
It's Puffy, Yummy.
They're kind of old.
I haven't got that much modern stuff. The most modern stuff I've got is Perfume and Pizzicato 5.
Get a list off Kyo and see what she can give you.
I'm trying to think what other. See, they're not. I'm trying to. I'm trying.
The thing is, I'm not good at Japanese pop songs.
What music? What music?
Listen to Japanese stuff.
What music do you listen to?
I like English songs.
Oh, well, you're no good then, Kyo. That's useless. That's no help to us whatsoever. Well, listen, it's lovely to talk to you, Kyo.
Yeah, it is.
And I do like you drop me an email every now and then. I don't always reply, but it's always lovely to hear from you and always nice to know that people are listening in Japan, my favourite country in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've made me think of Osaka and the wonderful time that me and my wife had there a little while ago. So thank you for... In fact, it was about a year ago that we were in Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I know. 2 years ago, isn't it?
Was it 2 years ago?
It was a year. It was before we started doing this.
Because it was just before we had the baby.
Last year.
Yeah, last year we went to Osaka.
It was because you were away, and then we started this on the 12th or 13th.
It was late October we went.
Yeah. You talked about the big what I don't know what do you call it. We call it kanransha. I don't know, fairy something.
The what?
On the bayside, the wheel.
The wheel. Yeah, the big wheel.
Yes.
What do you call it?
Kanransha.
Okay. Yes. Kyle, it's a pleasure as always to talk to you. It's the wheel, the big green wheel. Keep in touch, and one day I will come to Osaka and we'll meet up and I'll buy you some lunch.
Thank you. I remember you.
Lovely to talk to you. Take care, Kyle.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Isn't she... I wish I was in Japan.
I've never been.
It's the best. Eloise, you must go. It's the best place in the world.
Is it expensive?
It's not that expensive, and both times we've been... I've miscalculated the exchange rate and spent nowhere near as much money as I thought I had. Getting there is expensive.
I'll have to save up.
And they're all... everyone's lovely like Kyle. Everyone's
lovely. I have to find someone to go with.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Hey, did you see...
You're doing that thing again where I'm about to go into an advert and you...
I didn't know that, though.
But
just quick. Did you see my message about that Matt Cardle? Can we have him on the show so I can...
Who is he?
Meet him.
I've not seen a message about Matt Cardle.
I sent you one saying, Ian...
You said one about Liam Neeson.
I'd like him to be married to me. Can you sort this?
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
I sent you a tweet.
When?
Sunday.
I don't read your tweets.
You do.
We are Absolute Radio, now with a cooler, smoother taste.
Absolute Radio.
Who's scoring, Christian? 5 sleeps to go. Spot a footballing celebrity, get them to call Christian and win £5 for charity and £5 for yourself. Save 0330 123 1215 onto your phone and keep your eyes peeled. Who's scoring, Christian? Only on Absolute Radio. Premier League commentary every Saturday from 3 and Iain Wright from 5. Absolute Radio.
In Yorkshire, we say, where there's muck, there's brass, which simply put means, where you find muck, you'll find brass. Another popular Yorkshire saying is, Plusnet won't be beat on price, which simply put means Plusnet won't be beat on... In other words, find a price for standalone broadband, Plusnet will beat it hands down. For all else you want to know about broadband at an unbeatable price, search Plusnet online. Don't search muck or mucky brass. We're not responsible. That's not us. Plusnet. Good honest broadband from Yorkshire. Refers to equivalent broadband-only products against Plusnet value. BT line needed. Visit plus.net for price promise details. Subject to availability and set-up fee. Conditions apply, and that's the legals.
I am the genie of the lamp. What is your first wish?
I'd like a new sofa before Christmas.
Well, if you go to DFS, you can get a new sofa in time for Christmas. Your second wish?
Well, I would like it half price.
DFS. Third wish?
4 years free credit and a whole year payment free, please.
Again, DFS. Being a genie isn't what it used to be. The half-price winter collection with guaranteed Christmas delivery only at DFS. To find your new sofa or your nearest store, visit dfs.co.uk. Typical 0% APR credit subject to acceptance.
Save super amounts of money at Money Supermarket.
The Haggle Daddy here to say that Money Supermarket can help you find a great deal on your car insurance.
We're gonna help you save lots of cash. Oh yeah!
With over 100 insurers and exclusive deals.
Cruising down the airways to save you dash.
Yeah, for great car insurance deals, go to moneysupermarket.com. Tell the people, honeys!
Save super amounts of money at Money Supermarket.
Let's start with the exterior of the car. See the sleek Seat design? No VAT. Under the bonnet, latest engine technology? No VAT. Now slip into the driver's seat. The high-tech dashboard and the quality of the interior come with absolutely no VAT. In fact, everything about this Seat shouts, buy me now and you pay no VAT! Buy a new Seat before the 31st of December and you pay no VAT. You could save up to £3,000. Visit seat.co.uk to find your local Seat dealer. Selected models and new retail sales only, subject to availability. Reduction equivalent to 17.5% off RRP. VAT applies to reduced price.
If being without heating or hot water turned your world upside down, how would you cope with the hassle of sorting it out? Trawl through your local directory for a tradesman? Ask your neighbours to use their shower? Or just call British Gas? With home care, it's hassle-free. Just call before 1 p.m. and we're committed to coming out to you the same day. Look after your world with British Gas. Visit britishgas.co.uk. Limited service during weekends, public holidays and exceptional peak demand.
Iain Lee's 2-hour-long late-night radio show starting at 11 every weeknight, except Fridays.
Oh, we were born within an hour of each other. Our mother said we could be sister and brother. Your name is Deborah, Deborah. It never suited you. And they said that when we grew up, we'd get married and never split up. Oh, we never did it. Although I often thought of it. Oh, Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. When I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. And I said, let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? Be there 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road. I never knew that you'd get married your best. All of the boys all loved you, but I was the mess. I had to watch and try and get you undressed. We were friends, that was as far as it went. I used to walk you home sometimes, but it meant nothing to you. 'Cause you were so popular. Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. When I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. And I said, let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? Be there 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road. I never knew that you'd get married. I would be living down here on my own. On that damn lonely Thursday years ago. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. And when I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. Let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? Be there 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road. I never knew that you'd get married. I would be living down here on my own. On that damn lonely Thursday years ago. Oh, what are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to come and meet me, maybe? You can't even bring your baby. What are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to come and meet me, maybe? You can't even bring your baby.
Oh, the show is winding down. Last 10 minutes before Mark Crosley comes on at 1 o'clock. We're back tomorrow at 11. Don't forget, if you missed the show this evening or yesterday, you can download the podcasts by going to iTunes or by going to www.absoluteradio.co.uk. For the last 10 minutes, we'll take your calls straight to air. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Barry from Watford.
Yes.
You are aware that he's doing a massive gig on the 17th of this month?
Oh, right, yes.
At Leicester Square.
Okay.
It really is the biggest gig of his life, and we need every one of your listeners to go there. There's only 100 tickets left, but we need everybody to turn up and support him.
He's at the Leicester Square Theatre, isn't he?
That's correct.
I can't go.
Okay. But we need everybody else to come. There's only 100 tickets left, and it's like a 400 ticket theatre.
So that's 25. That's 25% of the tickets.
Yes. So we need everybody.
Tony, you're doing a good job. But listen, if Barry himself can't be bothered to phone up and plug it, then why should you?
Well, he's indisposed at the moment.
Well, that's maybe what he's told you, but well, Tony, good effort.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stand at ease. Stand at ease. Let's go to line 1. You're on the wireless.
Hello, mate. It's everybody's favourite man from Bristol. My name's Gary, and I just want to say, how you been doing, fella?
I've been doing all right, fella. If that's all you want to say, then we'll leave it there. That's nice and simple. Thank you. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello, I wear a Spitfire T-shirt in bed.
That's my favourite topic. Well done for being the only person to call up with that. T-shirts you wear in bed. I'm going to wear this Beatles T-shirt tonight in bed. 1, you're on the wireless. Hello, line 1. Should you be calling us? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, you know we're going to have to who we're going to have to tell about this, don't you? Because you're not allowed to call us. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Because we can see your phone number. I know you think you've withheld it, but we can see your phone number, and you're not allowed to call us anymore, are you? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, it's a good job because I'm speaking to them tomorrow. I'm speaking to the police tomorrow, Eloise, so I can add this one to the list as well. Excellent. OK, well, thanks for that. It just makes the case stronger. Thank you. Bye-bye. I have got to speak to the police tomorrow, and do you know what? I love the police, apart from when, you know, sometimes they do things wrong and they beat people up and things like that, but all of my dealings with the police have been excellent. And I've had to go to them several times because some people nicked some stuff from my mum, and I had some people do some horrible stuff to me and all of that. And the police have always been good with me. You've spoken to the police, Eloise, haven't you? And they've been good with you, haven't they?
In the past, no.
Oh.
But this time, yes.
Yeah, oh, OK. Well, we won't dwell on what they did in the past. I mean, I'm sure you probably deserved it. Look at the state of you with that hat on.
I'm so cold.
It's not that cold anymore.
I've been cold all day. I'm getting ill.
I am ill. Imagine how I feel.
You're always ill.
I am always ill.
Well, I don't know what you're like well.
You're right. I don't know what I'm like well. I am always ill. I wish I could trade myself in for a new me.
Sometimes I think it'd be nice to pull yourself apart and go back together again.
I often pull myself apart. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Elon. It's Uno Natino from Crew.
Paolo Natino from Crew. Good evening, sir.
How are you, my friend? I would have rung you last Thursday, but because that was my birthday.
Oh, isn't that a shame? I was not working then.
But you weren't working, were you?
No. I was watching Star Trek 6.
But I like a bit of Star Trek.
I like the films.
Which is the 6th one? Is that the one?
It's the one where the Klingon moon has been blown up, and they want to...
Praxis?
Yeah, Praxis has been blown up, yeah. And then Kirk gets arrested and put on trial, then he has to escape from that planet, from that sex with the sexy...
David Bowie's missus entices him.
Is that David Bowie's missus?
That is David Bowie.
She was totally buff, man.
Iman, yeah.
Oh, she was hot. Lucky David Bowie. Dirty David Bowie.
Lucky man. But I just wanted to say welcome back, my friend.
Thank you.
I've missed you, my friend.
I missed you too, brother. Thanks. Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless. Line 2.
Yeah, I want to speak with Eloise. I want to ask her if she wants to go on a date or something, you know? No? That's alright. Eloise? It's Gary. Hello? Oh well, that's okay then. I'll phone up another day then. Yeah. Anyway, good night, Pizza Britain. Hope you sleep well, and may the force be with you. You know what I mean? I just want to say, I don't know what else to say really, but I'm coming to London next week, so I was wondering, maybe I could come down to the studio. We could have a bit of banter, a bit of mano-a-mano. We could have an arm wrestle. What do you say, fella? It could be good, you know? Me and you having a bit of an arm wrestle. You know, could do a bit of a wrap-off. You know what I mean? Oh, good times, fun times, mate. Or I'll come next week, yeah? I'll go to my mate's wedding. I'm going to stay in London next week, so I'm thinking, maybe I'll come round, I'll come down to Golden Square and all that. I'll say to the guards, listen, mate, I'm actually Iain Lee, and I'm kind of famous, because I'm the most famous person from Bristol that's playing the show. And you'll be like, that's alright, come to the studio. That's alright, no problem, mate. So, what do you say, fella?